rumors, doubts. Ghost and about 30 shivers were gathered in the dining room around the biggest table as Old Man discussed plans for a defensive strike on guard. It would be more than just a raid this time. They'd take advantage of Merc's demand for chase and take him unawares. They don't like us getting so powerful, Old Man said. They must be taking advantage of the rumor that Ghost is a shiver. Old Man looked at Ghost. He and Buddy had kept quiet about Ghost being Merc's son, but the shivers knew. After what happened with the cult raid Ghost had been on, people had started to become more hostile to Shiver. Likely, everyone knew. But after Shiver's heavy retaliation on the cult, nobody wanted to fuck with them for several months. Merc probably assumed that Shiver was weaker in the winter. He was wrong. Shivers had generators, indoor recreation, and defensive gear like bulletproof vests. Shiver had the advantage in the cold. They'll use the excuse of Ghost supposedly belonging to them as a reason to attempt a raid on us, Old Man said. There was a newly sketched map on the table. Ghost had worked with Ray and his friends to get the details for it. It had the Shiver border, tall buildings and tunnels marked on it, and the borders more vaguely of the other gang's territories. That's probably where they'll approach from, he pointed on the map, and they might possibly bring allies. Old Man looked up and beckoned at Ghost. Come over here. Can you fill me in on how the guards' compounds were set up the last time you were there? Ghost came up, pressing his lips against an objection. Old Man clearly saw that, though. We have to counterattack. It's the only way to survive. Ghost didn't want to go anywhere near guard with how Old Man was talking, not even on the offense. The Plaids might get involved, he said, deflecting. Good point, Old Man said. Ray raised his eyebrows at Ghost. We already have plans for that, Ray said. So how about the guard? They may try to ally with the cult, and Merc is friendly with the preppers. That's not the question, Ray snapped. You scared of your dad or something? The room quieted down a bit. Even Old Man was more delicate about that. Everyone knew what condition Ghost had arrived in. No, Ghost said firmly. I'm just trying to help. But you're not being very helpful, Ray said loudly, as Old Man tried to stop him with an arm. You got friends you're trying to protect? You a traitor? Ray, Old Man said in a loud voice. Stop. Ghost was speechless and red in the face, baring his teeth. He could feel Buddy, and everyone, looking at him. They doubted him. That made it even harder to know what to say. Buddy started. Ghost glared at her. I did have one friend there, he said. He was killed in our last raid. If I was turning, that raid would have been the moment. Ghost didn't wait to hear the response, but moved to the table and started sketching what he could remember of the compounds and noting the structures Merc had put in place.